put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm back with another episode, nigga. I haven't done one in a minute. And I got my nigga with me. I got the dog sitter with me.
Yo.
Yeah. What's good, Jordan?
Good, man. Good, man. It's good to see you, bro.
Good seeing you too, bro. Good seeing you too.
Yeah.
We in the Mecca. You know what I mean? We in the heart of New York City. Well, we in the Bronx. We
The Bronx. Yeah, not the heart. We on the outskirts.
Yeah, we on the outskirts. And it ain't the hood either. This is like actually pretty nice for
Yeah, man. It's quiet.
for what I hear as to be the Bronx. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, this is not the South Bronx. We're in Throgsneck for those who know the Bronx, and Throgsneck is definitely the cushy part. We got parking out here.
So
no
you,
hood niggas out here.
yeah, you like in the suburbs for real.
I mean, the boroughs is the boroughs, bro. The boroughs is the boroughs.
Word, but yo, thanks for like having me over this weekend.
Absolutely, bro.
And vibing. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think I needed it personally to get out the city. You know what I mean? You gotta have those like little trips. You know,
you gotta have a disconnect, man. You gotta have a disconnect, whether it's from work, whether it's from just the politics of just being in a city like Boston. You know, sometimes you gotta just be able to get away.
Right.
Same thing as just shutting off your phone with like social media and stuff. You know?
Right.
You gotta get out.
Which I haven't done in a while. I don't think I've done ever really. I've never actually shut off my phone from social media. Like, I mean, I think I'm pretty good with it.
Mr. Cool now. You got 2 phones and shit.
Hey, relax. Chill out. It's for business purposes only.
I bet. Slime time.
Only for business purposes. But even then, like, I feel like I'm pretty disciplined. Like, I don't like, you know, stay on my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say the one bad habit that I have when it comes to my phone is like picking it up in the morning and like scrolling on Instagram for like a good
first
like
thing, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy you say that. I did that shit the first thing this morning. Before I even said, yo, good morning, I yelled out, picked up my phone. I was like, all right, who hit me up? Like, what did I miss? Yada, yada. And I'm like, why am I doing this, bro? Like, I haven't even fucking had breakfast yet.
Right.
Already scrolling.
Nigga, already scrolling. Like, as if I missed something, bro. Like, it's retarded. But yeah, I would say that's the only bad thing I have as far as I have when it comes to social media. But if I really needed to get rid of Instagram or Snapchat, I think it would be pretty easy for me to do.
Think so?
I think so. I mean, I might, like, out of habit, pick up my phone, like I was just telling you in the morning, and just, like, see what's going on. But, like, once I know the app's deleted, like, I'm not going to re-download the app just to see what's going on. Like, if I know it's deleted, you know what I mean? I'm just going to pick up my phone and be like, ah, shit, fuck, I did delete that shit.
Yeah,
all right, let me start my day.
Dom is really good at that, at just like letting it go, because I feel like once it's off, the pull isn't there. You ever seen that documentary, The Social Network or whatever it is?
What, the niggas that made Facebook and shit like that?
Yeah,
a little bit. I never
it's
really
wild,
watched it.
because like in the documentary or in the video, it's like, it's almost like the Wizard of Oz, where there was these guys behind the curtain that are like sending you the nudge to like pick up your phone.
Oh yeah.
Sending you the nudge to like look at this ad and like sending you the likes and whatnot. And it's crazy how it shows like how it's almost like manufactured and whatnot. It's wild, bro.
Yeah. They still low key kind of do that, because I have the Facebook app on my other phone, and literally like I don't use that phone really much of anything outside of business. But whenever I put it down or whatever, or don't use it for a while and I pick it back up, I'll have like 20, 30 different notifications from Facebook saying, oh, yo, this person posted something. Oh, look, somebody posted this.
Bro? I don't care about this dude.
Yeah.
Bro. I've been talking to this guy mad long. Like, why are you bro.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, bro. I haven't been on Facebook in years.
Right.
I don't even, because I think it was from the craze of like, from like high school, where like, bro, I had so many people on there that I just would never talk to.
Right.
So it was like 2,000 people, 3,000 people. It's like, I really probably only know like 500 of them, right? And I'm really probably only cool with like a fraction of that.
Right.
So it's like, why do I need all these people? But then that got annoying, because then it's like all these random people, now I'm getting all these nudges and all these notifications.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I don't need this anymore. So I got on IG, and like now that's another issue, bro.
Right. Yeah, and quite honestly, like I feel the same way as you. Like I don't need Facebook.
Yeah.
But I have it now because of the podcast, and it's just another platform to me to like
That's
promote
different.
it and shit
That's
like
different,
that. But it just sucks
This
because
dude was putting stickers all over the city, bro.
Yo.
Mayor Adams, come on now.
yo, Mayor Adams, come fuck with me, nigga.
Yo, this dude, we're walking on the subway. My man just peeling stickers out. Whack,
Hey man, free advertisement, nigga.
My man, you are damaging the subway.
Yeah, come on, nigga. There's already graffiti and all that bullshit, though.
Bro, the dude on the street that we saw with the marker.
Yo.
Tell the story.
Yo, so we
story.
walking. We're in the city. We're in Manhattan, right? We're in Manhattan.
Yeah, we was downtown like
and
downtown.
we're walking, and nigga, we're just like minding our business, and there's this white boy in front of us as we're walking, and he like kind of like randomly stops, and he pulls out a marker, and he just starts doing this.
Yeah, not even like a dry erase marker, bro. Like a
thick ass marker.
Yeah.
Pause. He just started.
Right on the bus stop. So the bus stop is like glass, right?
Yeah.
So like one side is like advertising, whatever, but it's covered by glass. He just pulled it out all over the glass, and I'm like, look at this.
Yeah.
Like,
and the crazy part is nobody said anything.
Budged.
Everybody was like, "Oh, this is normal."
Mind your business, bro. Mind your business. The last thing you want is to say something to that man, then he pulls something out, and now you got some problems you don't know.
Right. Not that I don't think that nigga would have gave anybody really any static for real, but it was still like, all right, he's tapped in the head because he's just thinking this shit is okay. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like it's normal. And everybody walks by like, yeah. Oh.
And it's crazy too because the bus was pulling up as he was doing it. So that's like doing it in front of a cop. I feel like
it's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, nigga,
like,
you see me.
What are you gonna do about
it? You ain't gonna do shit.
Crazy,
you get paid by the hour, bitch.
Yeah, basically, bro. It was wild.
Yo, that nigga was wildin'. That nigga was wildin'.
But you know what though, man? It was fun just being, like I said yesterday, sometimes the city can be hectic.
Yeah.
And it's like draining, because you got to go somewhere. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody's like got that hustle and bustle mentality, right?
Right.
But sometimes like even just getting out the house just to get some fresh air. Like, yo, we were slumped yesterday. We was tired.
Yeah,
right? From drinking on Friday night. And as soon as we went outside, I'm like, yes, like I needed the fresh air. Like I needed something like to get my body going again, because we could have sat on this couch or laid in the bed the whole day.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm done for the day.
Which is something you can't do, you know what I'm saying? Like after a night of drinking and bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? And that's the other part too, is like, yo, it just, as you get older, dog, hangovers and drinking and doing all that shit just becomes harder and harder each time.
Yeah,
bro.
absolutely.
And I'm not
like
gonna
2-3 days to recover.
Yeah, bro. And it's
no
like,
matter what
fuck.
you drink. No matter what you drink, bro, you could be drinking iced teas
Yo,
with sauce.
Nigga, like if we had made it out last night, bro, I would have been like, all right, I'm having a beer. But even then, even if I did have a beer or just stuck with beers the whole night, I still probably would have been like, hungover the next morning and been like, what the fuck.
It's crazy though, because like I said yesterday, we could have gone out and be mad tired, and then once you get out, once you hear music, that music touches your soul. Once you see people out dancing, and whatnot, this and that, you're like, oh yeah, it's lit. We out here. And that's it. Like your body just switches up. So I think it was because also the environment that we were in, we were kind of just chilling. We were like, nah, I'm not motivated to do it. But if we had gotten out there, I think it would have been.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, man, I'm a forward thinker. You know what I'm saying? So I like to think of shit before I actually do it, and put some thought into it before I actually do it. And when I sat here and laid down after we came back out that Uber, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, fuck.
Man,
okay.
I fell asleep in the Uber.
Nah, right, right.
A 20-minute Uber ride.
Right.
Gone, bro.
Straight up,
Uber, bro.
Straight up, dog. So like, just getting into the crib and just like laying down here, I'm like, fuck. Like, all right. So if we do this, I'm gonna have to get ready, which ain't a problem. I can take a shower, do all that. But then after that, we gonna have to, because we were gonna go to Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to get on the train, walk to the bus stop, then get to the train, then sit on the train. Then after that, walk to whatever spot we're going to. And then if the spot is whack, we're going to have to walk to another spot. And so everything I was thinking about, it was all premeditated. And I'm just like, bro, just the thought of it alone was just exhausting. So I'm just like, yo, nah, let me take this nap real quick and let me see how I feel.
You know what's crazy though, bro, is because we could have gone to that spot in Brooklyn, similar to how you can go out in Manchester, you can go out in Boston, you can go out wherever, bro.
Right.
And it'll be someone like us, like our age, where it's like, all right, maybe like once a month or whatever. But at that same spot, there's the loyal niggas that are like in their 50s.
Right,
that are
right.
there every weekend, bro.
Right,
Every
right.
weekend, dropping bread, dropping their WIC money on drinks. It's crazy, bro. Using their food stamps like, yo, let me get a Coke. Like,
Yo, nigga said drop in your WIC money at the bar.
yo, it's wild,
Yo, it's
bro.
real shit, though.
You
That's
got,
real
you got
life.
some people that just, it doesn't get old.
Yeah,
Like, you don't
yeah.
grow out of it. And don't get me wrong, bro. I love it. Like, I love, you know, social and being outside and whatnot. But I really only got it in me like once or twice a month.
Right,
Other
right,
than
right.
that, like on the weekends, I'm usually just chilling with my wife. Like, so we're here at home. I'll jump on the bike and go for a ride or whatever. You know,
Right.
like that ride we went through yesterday. That to me is fun too.
Right.
Even though my legs was tired, bro.
Yeah, my legs are still dead. My legs are
facts,
still
like
dead.
Jello.
But it's funny that you say that, right? So about like older niggas spending their WIC money at the bar. Because I just made a post the other day. I made a post the other day on Instagram, and it was
supposed tell us.
so
Tell
it was
the
it,
audience.
well. I mean, yeah, niggas that follow me know they seen it, but
Yeah.
I'll tell people that didn't see it, and it was pretty much based off of another podcast that I was listening to at the time, and it was I think it might have been, who was it? I think it was like, is it Dame Dash? No. It was the sports podcast with Cam and Mace, and so Mace was just pretty much saying like there are really no more OGs like how we grew up, you know, like we were corner boys or whatever. And back in the day when we were corner boys doing dumb shit, tricking off on girls or whatever, doing fly shit or just, you know, being disrespectful, wild, whatever, you know, the OGs would check us on the block and be like, yo, young boy, don't do that. Cause you know,
This ain't the way.
yeah, this ain't the way, or
Yeah, facts.
this is the implications that are going to come with your actions. You know what I mean? There's cause and effect to everything, so on and so forth. So his ideology was like, there's no more real OGs that really check you, and the so-called OGs now, what they're more concerned about is pretty much competing with the young boys. You know what I'm saying? Because young boys, I'm not gonna lie, young boys get money. You know what I mean? They live they trap in. They live in a different generation of where we got the internet, and so they're just, you know, they have access to all different types of information that we weren't privy to when we were young. You know what I'm saying? So they're able to do a lot more because they have more. You get what I'm saying? So now that they're able to do more and they have access to more information, they're able to get money quicker, things like that. So now OGs look at these young boys as, oh, damn, these dudes are getting money. So it's either one or two things. Either they're competing with these young boys and trying to, like, you know, get to the bag that they're getting, or they're calling these young boys big bro because they have, which sounds crazy, but they're calling these young boys big bro because they got a certain bag or they got a certain type of motion going on, which is crazy because that's not, money doesn't quantify anything. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't like equate to anything. So like for you to say that this young man or young woman is big bro, it's crazy because
he got no life experience either.
Yeah, like what does he know? He's just spending the money because he has it. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have any life lessons to him. You know what I mean?
What was the issue then that you had on your post then? How did
so
react?
I got a lot of different reactions. You know what I mean? I think the reactions were kind of 50-50. Okay. I had some of my homeboys hit me up and be like, "Nah, Stunna, you tripping? Like, where are the OGs, or where are the OGs now?" You know what I'm saying? Which is valid. I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But the only problem I have with that notion is that, again, there's still a lot of men in our age bracket that are supposed to be the OGs still doing young boy shit. So they're going to whiskeys. They're going to whiskeys and they're fucking buying a little table section and going crazy.
Like, bro.
And doing dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? Instead of actually, you know, adding some value to their life, or, you know.
What was it that you said yesterday? You're like, yo, you're in your 40s still waiting in line for Jordan.
Yeah,
you're
nigga,
bugging,
come
bro.
on,
you're
man.
Bugging, waiting in line at 3 a.m.
Yo, they dropped those Jordans like 5 times already, dog. Come on,
Get them on the Nike app, bro. That's it. On the sneaker
you know,
app.
y'all niggas is wildin'. You know what I mean? Still waiting in line for Jordans, dog. And it's just really crazy to me because it's like, bro, where are your priorities at? You know?
So you were just hitting everybody back up on IG.
I was.
You had different responses.
Yeah.
So one of them was not like, we're the OGs now, like you're bugging, like I still pull people out.
Right.
What was some of the other responses?
Some of the other responses were sided with me. They're like, yeah, no, you're right. I had a couple of my cousins hit me up and be like, no, you definitely right, because, you know, like there's just no. I think the people that were saying that, they also don't have any. Either they're just getting some type of mentorship from somebody else. You know what I mean? So they're just finding some type of relationship or connection with a mentor and starting to learn about like, you know, different aspects of life through that mentor, or they still don't have one and they're just saying like, yeah, you're right. Like nobody's around to really teach me anything and I can't really pass that forward. Like I'm passing it forward the best way I can to my kids and my nephews, you know, based on what I go through, which is still real OG shit, but I never had a real OG to tell me right from wrong or which ways to move in life and things like that. Yeah. Because there's just too many corny niggas doing corny shit. Even 50-year-old men still doing weird, corny shit. You know what I'm saying?
That matters also where you surround yourself though too, right? Like, are you looking for the OG in the traditional sense where it's like somebody that was on the corner that was trapping before, or are you looking for like a mentor that like made something of himself and now like is maybe has kids or doesn't have kids but is still like mentoring other younger men. Right. I think both can really be considered an OG, right? You could have a corporate nigga that is doing his thing and making money the legal way and making money the right way and can reach back, each one teach one, right? Right. Or you could have the dude that was trapping that changed his life and now he's like, no, that's not the way. The mentorship is different, but I think both would be considered an OG to an extent.
Right. And yeah, I don't mean OG as one particular like box as far as like trapping. I mean it in a general sense. So no matter what it is that you're doing in life, well, whether it's real estate or trading stock or just being a tradesman, you know what I mean? Like you work in the trades field as a plumber, electrician, whatever, and you just doing that. So again, like I said, the OG definition could be in any sense. I think it's more of, again, like I said, the concept and the ideology of just like, are you passing it along, or you know what I mean, or are you doing something to better the world around you, or are you just doing it for some like you know frivolous thing, you know what I mean, as far as like trying to compete with somebody else or get into a bag or whatever.
It was similar to yesterday when we was at the bus stop. Those two kids came by, remember?
Right.
The express bus, these two kids came by and they were like, yo, what time's the bus? And I'm like, oh, the bus is at this time. And then boom, you just start talking. You're like, oh, you're going to the university. Right. You're going there for sports. And now he's like, oh, I'm committing here. My boy committed there. Like, they was cool. They was young. You could tell that they were like hanging out or whatever. But like, just the simple fact that they were like at the bus stop and going to the university and you kind of give them some applause of like, yo, good for you going on that visit or committing. You're like, that's what's up, you know? Even that little like affirmation, hopefully that builds up their self-esteem so that they stray away from the other decisions they could have made in life. Right.
And that goes to my example again. Like I said, that's real OG shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying this nigga got to walk by my side every fucking day. No. But if I, like you said, if I give him like a little bit of affirmation, let him know like, yo, you on the right path. Man, I did my job. You know what I mean? That little bit can go a long way, you know?
You never know.
But yeah, no, that's really what it is. But yeah, so after I made that post, I just caught a lot of flack and I caught a lot of different energy. A lot of energy I didn't expect from a lot of people, which is fine. I'm not mad about that. Again, like I said, I like the fact that a lot of people giving me their opinions and saying, you know, what they thought and things like that. But I don't know. I still stand 10 toes down on the fact that there's still not a lot of OGs out there. I think the ones that are there, they're few and far between. You know what I'm saying? So there's me, there's you. You know what I mean? You know, all the men in our small friend group, I would consider them OGs because you know they either got kids now or they're doing something, you know, to better the community around them. You know, shout out to Vince. You know, with Hoop Projects, he helps the youth with basketball. You know what I mean, and grooming them to be better basketball players. So that's OG shit to me.
I remember real young actually. Shout out to Jimbo too, because at a really young age, he used to have them 3-on-3 tournaments.
Right.
17 years old. Holding a citywide 3-on-3 tournament.
Right.
I was just pulling up. He was getting waters. He was getting sponsors. He was getting food.
Right.
Like, yo, Beach Street used to be packed.
Right.
And this dude's like, again, still in high school. He might have been just fresh out of Central, like still coaching and whatnot.
Right.
Like putting that on. So like, I feel like that mentality, you also have to have the mentality to want to give back and to be able to reach back to the younger generation.
Right. That's a selfless thing. It is a very selfless thing. So that's for sure. But yeah, man, the OGs, man, they're few and far between, man, and we definitely need more of them for sure. Cause, man, a lot of these young niggas do a lot of dumb shit.
Yo,
man.
bro, it's crazy. You see, even out here, you see like the people still doing like smash and grabs out here. I know in Cali, like it's a big thing where they'll just run into the Apple store, grab 100 iPhones and bounce. But like you hear mostly about in Cali, but like it happens out here. Dudes will just pull the ski mask down and just go and just grab whatever they can. And it's like if you don't take a certain amount, like they don't press charges or whatever, right? So it's like they know that and they're like, nobody's gonna do nothing to me anyway.
Oh,
Let me just do this, let me just get it, and then I'm out. But it's like is anybody really sitting these kids down and be like, yo, so what happens after you do that?
Right.
Now you get all these stolen phones. Like, you think you're gonna be able to connect them? You think you're gonna be able to sell them? Like, that don't
Right.
make no sense.
Right.
Nobody's sitting these kids down and being like, yo, that's not smart.
Right.
Because like you said earlier, you're thinking ahead, right? Okay, if I do this and I gotta do this, then it's gonna lead to this. Versus these kids nowadays, it's like, oh, this could give me some money. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Right.
Not thinking about the long-term consequences of what that could bring.
Right. Well, you know, I can kind of feel for them in a sense, because like, you know, when you grow up in the hood, I mean, you grew up in the hood, you know what I mean? So you kind of like think like, where's your next meal coming from? You know what I mean? So it's sometimes there are times where you just like, being that forward thinking doesn't serve me a purpose, because right now I got to worry about right now.
Yeah, you got to eat
know
today.
what I'm saying? I got to eat right now. So I can kind of see where they're coming from as young boys. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know where your next meal's coming from. So you're going to do what you can to get it. But as you know, as far as what happens after that fact, you know, they're not thinking that far, which again, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. You know, you don't think of it because it's not necessarily a necessity to think about it. But it is, because if you get bagged, you know, you going to jail or whatever, and then at that point, nigga, you're not eating at all. So,
or even the spot that we was at on social. So the other night, Friday night, we went out to this place called Corner Social, the heart of Harlem, right, like the central, like 125th and so.
Shout out Harlem. I love Harlem for real.
Good time. It was a whole
Oh
vibe,
man,
bro.
I love Harlem.
The music was
let me
great.
just bring this shit off, man. I love Harlem for real, man. I can see why people say so many things about Harlem. Harlem could be like a bad place, but really it could be a good place. You know what I'm saying?
The vibes was
I
on
love
10
Harlem.
for sure. But even in there, like, you could look around and like most of the people, it's probably just neighborhood dudes that
Right,
have been there
right.
for 20, 30 years
Right.
in their 40s and 50s. And great, you know, that's your neighborhood spot. You coming out, but yo, are you there every single weekend? I
Right.
don't know. I haven't been back to that spot probably since pre-COVID.
Oh,
But I
okay.
knew like that's a classic spot. You know?
Yeah,
So a lot of
yeah.
people from that neighborhood go out there.
Yeah. Straight up.
It was a good time though, for sure.
Yeah, facts, big facts. Yeah, it's funny. The shorty that I bagged out there on Friday night, she definitely was a frequent goer of that
She
spot.
said she was back the next day.
Yeah, she
Yo,
was. She
crazy,
was.
bro.
She hit me up last
What are
night
you
talking
doing?
about, yo, where is you at? And I'm like, I'm chilling right
I'm
now.
Home. Where
I'm
you
at the
at?
crib.
I'm back at the spot.
Yeah.
The same spot,
Yeah.
bitch? God damn. It's only 3 o'clock.
Yeah, bitch, switch it up.
Facts, bro.
Oh,
Mad funny.
shit.
So that's another topic too. It's like, okay, you got these OGs, these grown men that aren't doing the same shit, but yo, does the same mindset, does the same judgment apply to women?
Yeah, it should. It should.
right?
It should. I think it should. Because, like,
I agree. I would agree.
you
yeah.
got to have some motion out here.
Those is players too.
Yeah, right. Yo,
Sometimes they're
but
pimping more than the guy.
Yeah.
She hit you up like, yo, he bought me 3 drinks last night. Let me hit him up and
on
see what he's up
dogs,
to.
on dogs. But I really think she
but-
felt some type of way because I dipped on it the way I did, which is, you know, it was necessary. But you know what I'm saying?
Like bus stops. Bro.
Yeah, you know.
The next bus is coming.
Yeah, for real,
don't
for
think she
real.
knows?
Yeah,
Come on,
that's
she's
what I'm
there every
saying.
weekend.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I'm
It
sure
must
she
have
got
been
2 phones too.
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
is,
right.
one is for business.
You're right. Hey, we all trapping, nigga. But yeah, nah. I think yeah, same concept applies to women, especially in their older age. You should, if you are an older woman, from my generation, the '90s. You know what I'm saying? And
Are we older? Does that count?
yeah, we older.
we older?
We older, bro. We older, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, but we older.
30s isn't old. 30s is like the new 18, right?
I mean, the fact that we live longer now as a society, as
Fair,
people, I would say, yeah, 30s is the new 20 for real. But, you know, I think that's a beautiful thing about 30, though. Is like you're young enough to still do dumb shit, but you're old enough, you're wise enough to know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, like, yeah, I could do a lot of dumb shit, but I'm going to do it to a certain degree.
Facts. I'm not going to ruin my whole career.
I'm not, I'm not getting arrested over this shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Or, you know,
I'm not
like,
going in for you.
yeah, nah, we gonna stick our toes in. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, so we are older. That's established. So,
Yeah. But I
so
think,
these women going to the same spot, doing the same thing,
yeah,
just trying to get their bag, but maybe not on their own. Trying to get their bag through their man, whoever they're with. Like, yo,
yeah,
some girls. I mean, I could think of somebody off the top of my head that's a girl that's like, oh, if he's not buying me a Gucci bag, like, what are we doing?
yeah. That's why.
I'm like, yo, that's why.
That's
how
whack.
is that your mentality? And it's crazy because the girl that I'm thinking about, she's really like in her mid-30s.
Yeah.
That's the wildest part. Yeah.
That's kind of sad, bro.
It really is.
Like if you equate the value to your life as
bro.
a Gucci bag.
If you're not paying for like my nails, my lashes, my hair, my extensions and whatnot, like what are we doing? I'm like,
that's weird.
what?
Nah.
That's what you want? That's what you value? Like,
that's all you want out of life is
crazy.
your lashes
That's
and a
all you're
Gucci
worth?
bag.
Your nails, your Vanny Petty, $60.
Yeah. And see, and that's for me. That's why it's so tough for me. I don't want to say respect, but it's kind of hard for me to like really like. Yeah, it's hard for me to respect not women as a totality, but just like your emotion. You know what I mean? Like your drive, your ambition. Like I can't really fuck with you if like this is all you strive for in life is a fucking Gucci bag and some lashes. You know what I'm saying? But again, I digress. Yeah, I think women in our age, you know, in our age group or older, they should be having some motion because women nowadays, women sometimes be going harder than the men sometimes.
Yeah.
So like, for me, it's just like I see a lot of women being successful, and I don't see why, you know, any other particular woman can't be a part of that same group or have that same drive because again, like I said, you got the same 24 hours as everybody. You know what I mean?
How does that start, man? How does somebody fall into that mentality of like, this is what I value and this is what I'm chasing. I'm just gonna chase money for the rest of my life or until I'm good. Like at what point does somebody sit back in their life, whether it's high school, whether it's college, even if they don't go to college in their 20s and 30s, whatever it might be, at what point does somebody really step back and be like, this isn't what I want to value?
Right.
Or does that take somebody like an OG, male or female, to come in and be like, yo, this isn't what you should want to value. Let me show you something different.
Right. Yeah, I think, man, I don't know. I think it does. I think having the mentorship is definitely important, no matter what age you are. I think you can get a mentor at any point in life.
I agree, yeah.
You know,
honestly, like I was telling you yesterday, like Dom's dad, shout out to Hayden. He's been a huge mentor for me.
Right.
And him, I've met other grown men through the church and even outside the church that have been really impactful for me, whether they know it or not. You know? Right. Just something that they say that just stuck with me, or just something that they did that I saw that maybe they didn't even know I was looking. Mm-hmm. And you see that and you're like, oh, that's dope. I want to be that to somebody else. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think, you know, finding the mentorship you can find at any age. So I really think it's a lack of. One, I think it's a lack of ambition on their part, you know what I mean, for said person. But I also think it's being hard-headed. Because, you know, as you get older, you have to, like, force yourself to want to listen to other people's opinions and ideas and things like that. You know what I mean? I think as you get older, you get very stuck in your ways.
Facts.
So, like, for you to get out of that and be like, all right, I hear what you're saying. And, you know, consider somebody else's perspective, you know what I'm saying, is a tough thing to do at an old age. So I think, especially for women, because women are stubborn as fuck, you know what I mean, they're not going to take themselves outside the box and be like, oh, damn, all right, I see where you're coming from, you know what I'm saying, and be like, oh, damn, you might be right, you know? Like, I think few and far women can have the ability to do that and actually do it. You get what I'm saying? Because that
applies in all aspects of life, though, too, whether it's friendships, or even like politics. Like right nowadays, obviously, we're in a very politicized, like, you know, part of or not part of society, but like we're in a very politicized year with like the elections coming up.
Right.
The trials going on, and then you got immigration, and all this like Israel, Palestine. Like there's a lot of politics going on, and I feel like if you don't listen to that other side, are you able to come to a good decision yourself? Because you don't have to agree, right? But if I hear you out and I can see your perspective, at least I can now make a more well-rounded decision for myself. Right. And again, that applies in just life. That applies in going out. That applies in work. That applies in every aspect of life. You know?
Yeah. Facts. Yeah. It's just like, again, it's like it's an ego thing, I think, for sure. You know what I mean? And
but again, who sits you down, or do you sit yourself down?
I think you got to check yourself, to be honest with you, because even like I said, if somebody tells you like, yo, I've been where you've been at right now, and this is what I'm telling you that you need to do, or this is what I'm suggesting you do, you still might not take that advice because, you know, you're probably thinking like, who the fuck is this nigga to tell me that shit? You know what I'm saying? I think you really got to look at the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Oh, I need to, you know, switch gears a little bit and do something differently. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it definitely comes from within for sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think
like open to it.
yeah, you got to be open to it. You got to be real with yourself, bro. You got to be real with yourself. Because honestly, there have been times. I mean, I still do it. I'll look in the mirror and just sit there and I'll just think and I'll be like, yo, bro, Stunna, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, like you tripping. The fuck? Like, why'd you do all that? You know what I'm saying? And
all that extra stuff.
yeah, you know, and I'll do that every so often. I'll either start my day doing that and just be like, all right, what the fuck am I gonna do today? Or how am I gonna attack this day? You know, or I got this problem in front of me. What are my options? You know what I'm saying? What can I do to rectify the situation? You know, or find a better solution? You know, and I'll sit there for like a good like I said, a good 20. Maybe even 30 minutes, part of my morning, just trying to figure out what the fuck it is that I got to do.
One thing that always stuck with me, I don't even remember where I heard this. I don't even know if it's like a quote that was like well known, but basically the gist of it is like you might not know how you're gonna get there, but as long as like you know the end goal,
right,
the routes don't matter, right?
Right.
It's like if I know that I want to be right here, but right now I'm right here now. Obviously, I think the goal is to take a straight line there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But life is gonna life.
Right.
That shit is gonna happen. You're gonna go left. You might go down. You might go up. There's gonna be hills and valleys, lefts and rights, right?
Right.
But if you know you want to get here,
right.
If your goal is like firm enough, then you're never gonna make a decision that takes you so far left that you forget your goal, right? Depending on how strong that goal is, right? It could be anything, whether it could be the bag or it could be an education.
Right.
It don't matter. As long as that goal is strong, you might take a small detour, but eventually you'll bring yourself back. You know?
Right.
So if people want to have like that goal, then whatever their goal is, I think the issue is that they're hard-headed. They might be too hard-headed to see other routes to that goal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when like they start to miss out on all these other blessings that are around them, or even mentorship that's around them that could help them get there.
Yeah. And the other part about it too is like, it's again a part of the society that we live in. Instagram, man, social media, man. You know, when you watch somebody else or compare yourself to somebody else, it's gonna be hard for you to progress because you're 24/7 just watching what somebody else does, comparing.
Yeah,
and it's like, bro, through the lens, it looks great. They make it look that way. It's orchestrated for you to get that dopamine in your head to be like, oh my God, this person's doing something amazing and they're traveling. But literally, you don't know what kind of demons they fighting inside.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's just like you can't keep comparing your situation to somebody else's, especially through a camera lens.
It's literally just a highlight reel of people's lives.
Right.
Like, I'm guilty of it too, because if you look at like my IG, my shit's private. So like that whole like conversation that I was having earlier about having all those people on Facebook, like I made sure to do my IG completely differently, and I only add people that I like genuinely know or stay in touch with.
Right.
But like if you look at my IG page, most of it is travel. Right? Most of it is like the beach over here or the plane over here or like wing walking over here, whatever it might be. Most of it is travel, but like the reality is I work 2 jobs. I'm working 50-hour weeks, 50, 60-hour weeks at minimum almost every week. So it's like people are like, yo, how do you travel so much? And I'm like, man, I work a lot.
Right.
I work a lot. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, one, living in the city, niggas know that's not cheap.
Right.
You got a car in the city, insurance and gas and everything, all that is through the roof. Right. And then you got to eat, you got to you got to get around and whatnot. Like, yo, it's expensive. So like, if you don't have a side hustle, especially here in the city, you probably not gonna do much.
Right,
you know what I mean?
So
even though my IG looks like a highlight reel, even though it looks like I'm living this amazing life, I have amazing moments in my life.
Right.
But what matters more so is that at home I'm content, at home I'm at peace.
Right.
So that I'm not always chasing that next vacation or that next thing, you know?
Right.
Because at that point then you're unhappy with yourself.
Right,
I mean,
right.
On the inside, it's like you have this hole that you never get filled.
Yeah. And again, just seeing what other people do, bro, is no way to live your life, dog. It really is not. It really is not. And I feel you on that, because even with me, bro, like I don't post a lot on Instagram, and when I do post, it's like, again, like I said, it's usually some other shit that I think is cool or funny or whatever. But if it's just something for me, it's mostly just me riding my bike. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
case in point this morning.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like, and I got a lot of love from that, but it's just like, nigga, I just riding my bike, bro. I'm in New York, and I want to. We got some bikes, and we rode around for a little bit.
That was a good ride, man, too.
Yeah, my legs are still killing me, bro. Still killing me, but it's all right. We gonna fight through the pain.
You got a long bus ride back home.
Yeah, so man. Well, yeah, I'm gonna sit on the bus for the most part, but still, it's like getting to this is again premeditating. Yeah, premeditating my whole travel. It's just it's just exhausting thinking about it, because my legs are gonna be burning. You know what I'm saying?
But the good thing is you have today as a recovery day. If we had gone out last night,
and
we was dying still today, and you still had to get back home and then get ready for work tomorrow morning, That's where the struggle is at.
Then I'll definitely be dead for sure.
Like tomorrow's gonna be for me. I have my regular job tomorrow, obviously, but I gotta go to Jersey tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have a basketball game at night. I couldn't imagine if I went out last night. Today's my recovery day.
Yeah, yeah.
Or even if we went to brunch today, and then trying to go play ball tomorrow.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
0 points, my friend. 0 points. We losing that game, bro.
Don't lie to yourself. You already getting 0 anyway.
Yeah, right, bro. Let me show you my stats, bro. I'm a problem out here, bro. You know what the good part is, though, is that I be playing with these young kids, bro, and they keep me in shape.
Yeah.
These kids are just running up and down the court. They don't get tired. And I'm just like, bro. I'm like, my man, take a break.
Yeah, chill.
Speedy Gonzalez.
For real, dog. You need to relax. You need to relax. But fucking but yo, Jordan, I wanna tap into something else real quick because you've been doing this you've been flying the drone around.
Bro, I love that drone. Bro.
Yeah. And how's that been going, dog? Because you making some serious progress with that now.
You know what it is, man, is that I think when you're doing something that you just genuinely enjoy, did that just cut off?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like when you do something and you genuinely enjoy it,
yeah,
you don't need to make money off of it.
Right.
Like for you riding your bike, like this is my release.
Right.
I just enjoy doing this, whether I make money off it or not. Whether you give me love for it or not, I'm gonna keep enjoying it, right?
Right.
So then when I got into the drone shit, like for me, it's such a different view, right? Mm-hmm. And there are so many places that I get to go, thankfully, either through work or just through family and friends, just traveling and whatnot. That my phone might only see this. But as soon as you get like that top-down view, like everything just looks so different, right? Mm-hmm. And then when I bought the drone, ironically, at the same time, the city of New York had like this, like all these laws changing and whatnot. You need like permits and licenses and whatnot. So I bought the drone thinking I was about to wild out, thinking I was about to be outside getting all this good footage. And they're like, you need a license. I'm like, damn. So I went online, I took this class and whatnot. And, actually it was for the better because without that license, I can't charge for it right now. Mm. But I just last weekend, I was in New Hampshire, and me and Vinny, we got down to the park, we did some drills. And again, you can see the drills from your phone, right?
Yeah.
From the first person perspective.
Yeah.
But that court, that Berkeley basketball court behind Dairy Queen, you really can only appreciate that court from above.
Right.
So it's like the view of those drills, it's so much doper from that aerial view,
Yeah.
And then out here, like, niggas know, if you know Throgs Neck, there's 2 bridges out here, right? Mm-hmm. So like these are the best sunsets. Mm. You'll have like the bridge and then you have like the skyline in the background and then the sun is setting right behind it. It just looks so cool, So for me, I just do it because I enjoy it, because I love the view, and it's almost like an art to me,
Right.
I'll post the videos and I have my own IG for that, but at this point, I'm not like pushing it to make money. I do it because I enjoy it.
Right.
And I think everybody should have that thing that they enjoy.
Right.
Whether it's riding a bike, whether it's the gym, whether it's podcasting, no matter what, like you gotta have something that brings you joy.
Right. I agree 100%. So now with the drone, I know you just said you're just doing it for fun. This is just like a little passion project for you right now, which is dope. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But eventually you may want it to turn into a business for yourself and things like that. So how does one go about doing that? Is it just like how niggas post on Instagram and they sell pictures on Instagram, or what's the business like behind that? Is
what the beautiful thing is that there's so many things you can do with it, right? So like I think the most exciting one would be like sporting events and like concerts and whatnot, right? You might have like an outdoor like concert, and a lot of that footage is drone footage, flying over the people, getting the whole stadium and whatnot. Or sporting events like motocross or football or baseball, getting that aerial shot and being able to see the person running around the field or wherever they're going to, right? But the other most basic parts, you could do real estate.
Right.
Take a photo of this building that's up for sale. You really can't appreciate how nice the building is unless you get that top-down view, get that aerial view, right?
Yeah.
Or vice versa. There's a lot of inspections going on right now. So some businesses will hire you to inspect power lines. Rather than hiring a nigga to get a truck and to get the lift and to drive that power line for 6 miles, you could take that drone and just fly it really slowly over the power line, and then there's software that will take that footage and go through it for you and then point out where the power lines are damaged.
Oh shit.
Similar for solar panels too.
Yeah.
Instead of paying one dude to inspect 100 solar panels across a week's time, you could pay 1 or 2 drone pilots, fly over them, and again upload that video footage into the software, and it'll show where the issues are with those those panels, you know.
Word. Okay.
So there's a lot of different things you could do with it. The opportunities are definitely there. I haven't looked into them as much just because right now I'm just kind of like enjoying it, you know.
Right.
I mean, yeah, at some point, honestly, like I've told Dom this so many times, I'm not attached to my career.
Right.
You know? So if it meant, you know, we move and I switch up, yeah, maybe there's something I'll look at, you know.
Right.
The goal, I mean, I don't think the goal is to stay in New York for the rest of our lives.
Right.
New York is just expensive and it's hectic, you know.
Right.
But maybe when we move, I keep the same job, or maybe I move into a different field.
Right.
See, you know?
Right. And I don't think you should ever tie yourself down to any career. Well, I just don't think you should tie yourself down to anybody else's company or business or whatever.
Yeah, I'm working 8 hours a day for your dream, bro.
Yeah, right.
What am I doing for myself?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
No way.
So I don't think you should ever do that. But yeah, that'd be dope. And I think that's when you first told me you started doing it, and I was like, oh, this nigga just wants to fly fucking planes around. He just wants to play toys and shit. But now that you've kind of talked to me a little bit about it, and then I've kind of, you know, did my own like little research on flying drones and things like that. And even in my field as an electrician, you know what I mean, in the electrical field, there's still guys, like you said, they use it for solar panels, power lines and things like that. And it's just interesting to see like how those guys use it. You know what I mean? Mostly guys in communications use it. So guys that do work on cell towers and shit like that. Because like you said, they got to climb up these fucking tall ass towers.
Yeah, you got to pay somebody to do that, bro.
Poles, So it's just
throw
like
a drone up there, that shit takes you half the time.
Yeah, but
as long as the camera's good, right? You can't throw no cheap drones up there. They got some drones that are like 10, 20, 30 G's, bro.
Right.
Like the motion pictures, like cinematic ones, it's wild, stupid expensive.
Right. But it's kind of funny to me too when I think about it, because it's like when those guys hire a drone pilot to do that or whatever, I feel like, yo, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot, because you were getting paid $250 to go climb this pole to go, you know, do some service check on these these cell towers, and now you pay maybe a fraction, or if not the same, to a drone pilot. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of shoot yourself in the foot as far as that's concerned. But, you know,
I mean, I'm on this side of the equation. So
right.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
But you got to innovate. At the end of the day, you got to innovate.
Right.
I mean, if you're doing shit the same way for 20 years, did you really make any progress?
Right.
You got to move with the times, right? Roll
exactly.
with the punches.
Exactly. You know, at the end of the day, too, you can't be risking your life trying to climb up a pole and shit like that. You know, mistakes do happen. So you can mitigate those mistakes by just fucking bringing a fucking plane up there, a little drone.
Bro, I have so much footage, just like I have a terabyte, an external drive. I have so much footage on there that I've never posted. I just don't even use. It's just sitting there. So like as I get going like this IG shit and I learn to like edit and cut and whatnot, I'm gonna start putting that out. But that in itself is a whole nother job too. When we went to Tobago, bro, we did the wedding. I didn't show you any video from the wedding, bro, but this dude had a whole team of photographers, right?
Yeah.
And none of them had a drone. So it's like, okay, how are you shooting? What kind of shots are you trying to get? And when you're doing a beach on a wedding, when you're doing a wedding on a beach, that view matters, right? Because if you're just shooting from that first person right on the sand, you're really only getting so much.
Right.
Versus once you fly the drone out, boom, you can get the sunset, you can get the water, you can get the palm trees and the ceremony all in one shot.
Yeah. So what you do? You try to finesse him and be like, yo.
Oh no, I did. Yeah, I sent him the link and everything. He said the shit was dope.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Dope. Yeah. So. I mean, I just do that stuff again because I enjoy it, but at some point in the future, it'd be nice if I could make money off of it.
Right. You should have been like, yo, cut that out the budget.
Yeah, basically.
Cut the pictures out the budget. I just sent you all this drone footage.
Yo, I sent him it was like 5 gigs of footage, bro.
That's dope. That's dope.
So where do you plan on going with the podcast? I mean, you've been doing this for a minute now too, right?
Yeah. We're going on.
How's this journey been?
We going on 2 years now, 2.5 years.
For no damn reason.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Gotta push all my buttons, man. I'm still the number one button pusher in this motherfucker, man. You know, I'm still your podcaster's favorite podcaster.
Hey.
And still your BM's favorite electrician.
Hey.
I'm still like that, man. I'm still like that.
Put it on the sticky, man.
Yeah, I'm on to, dog. I'm on to, for real. I don't really like that. But to be honest with you, I really don't know. I'm still learning as I go. You know what I mean? And it kind of sucks too, because now the market of podcasting is becoming more saturated.
Yeah.
Everybody has a podcast, and I didn't necessarily do it because when I first started, there weren't as many. You know, that's not the reason why I started doing it. I was doing it because I love, you know, chopping it up and kicking with my niggas that want to hop on.
We used to do this anyway.
Right, exactly.
Anyway. You sit at the kitchen table, you sit there for a few hours with some of the niggas, bro. That's the best podcast on them lunchroom tables with the. We
were playing on making beats on the fucking lunch table.
That's a podcast right there,
nigga. Same exact thing. Same exact thing. But yeah, it's just tough because the market is becoming more saturated. people are creating not loopholes, but they are creating like hurdles for me to overcome. And there are a bunch of middlemen trying to make money on things
Everybody's trying to get their cut.
that they don't need to make their money on, but they're doing it because they gatekeep something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And really, they don't really gatekeep shit. They just streamline the process a little bit easier. But in reality, like, you can do it yourself. You know what I mean? Like me, I try to do everything I can myself.
Facts.
I literally try to mitigate any type of middleman bullshit as much as I can. So I'll buy a camera, I'll buy new microphones, I'll do whatever I can. The only thing that I think really like gets in my way is finding like a studio space or just finding a space in general. But even that is really not even that hard, because really if I wanted to, I could just shoot in my living room. But I just couldn't really have any like random guests, you know what I mean? Anything like that, like, and I do like having those kind of conversations with not just like musical artists or anything like that, but really with just anybody who just wants to, come up and like show support to the podcast, or they got something to promote or whatever. I want to make sure I give them that love. But I would say that's the only thing that kind of kills me a little bit, the fact that I can't like, do it in like a more professional space or a more relaxed space or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the season that you're in right now.
Right, right.
All right. Eventually as things keep building up, you'll be able to get that,
Right. But all in all though, it's cool. And to be quite honest, I don't know where it's gonna take me exactly. Again, like I said, just like with you, this is kind of just all for fun. You know what I'm saying? I would love to make money off of it, and I plan to make money off of it, but again, that's not my goal. You know what I'm saying? My goal is just to kind of have fun with it, enjoy it.
Chop it up.
And if it becomes something more, or if it evolves into something bigger than what I anticipate, that's great. But we just having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro.
And
Facts, bro.
That's all it is. And again, like I said, I'd be able to provide you a platform, Vince, anybody that wants to come up here and just, like promote their shit or just bring awareness to what they got going on. Like I'm just happy to be a part of that, that journey, or to help y'all, get to where y'all want to be at.
So now you're, I assume it's like Spotify, like all the streaming services. Like where do we hear you at?
Yeah. So it's Spotify. Niggas know where to find me at, man. If
I have the Spotify.
If they're real, if they're really tapped in, they know where to find me. But it's Spotify, Amazon, YouTube. Apple Podcasts. I'm really all over the place, bro. I really try to put my shit wherever I can. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And just try to bring that attention everywhere I can. The only thing that I say where I kind of fuck up on, where I could do better, is posting more on the actual For No Damn Reason page. But I'm just not. Again, like I was explaining to you earlier, I'm not a huge social media person. Like I post fly shit that I think is fly, but like, again, I'm not sitting on my phone just, like this or post this or comment here. You know what I mean? I'm getting better at it slowly but surely, but I don't even like the fact that I'm really getting better at it, because I feel like that removes me from reality so much. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I hate the fact that, again, everybody's just like in their phones and, this is their reality inside their phone. Yeah. Like, no, going outside is the reality.
Facts,
Connecting is like, this is not a real connection. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That goes back to the original OG conversation that we were having, right?
Right.
It's like these dudes, you're seeing these people on social media and whatnot, popping bottles and spending money and buying all these chains. But like, is that really how that person is living?
Right.
And even if it is, do you have the means to be able to live that kind of life like them?
Can you compete?
Yeah.
Can you really compete?
Yeah, you can't fake those kind of things, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, I love it, but I don't, So it's again a double-edged sword. But again, I learned to adjust, but whatever.
Listen, bro, you're gonna keep making progress. You're gonna keep meeting people. You never know. I mean, that breakthrough's gonna come if it hasn't already, right?
Right.
I always see your stuff coming out there, and I love seeing it. So just keep sharing it, and at some point, it's gonna start bringing that revenue.
Yeah, for sure. That's that's one thing I can say about myself is that I'm never down and out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I may be frustrated, I may be whatever, but I'm never down and out. Mm-hmm. So for me with this podcast thing, like I said, it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop, because I'm a nigga that's got style. I'm a nigga that's I got personality. And nigga, I'm just a fly ass nigga, period.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, to this day, whenever we see like Dom's friends or Dom's family and whatnot, they always talk about the wedding. And they're like, yo, Jordan's friends are so much fun because, yo, y'all was turning up. At it was a great time. And they're like, who was this dude and who was that dude? And this dude was dancing. And they was doing this. And to this day, everybody's always like, yo, that wedding was so much fun because of all the friends you guys had. You were a big part of that. You was like the hype man.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know if I told you, bro, we went to a wedding after that.
Yeah.
They had to hire a hype man.
Oh,
right?
shit.
Because honestly, the wedding, it was a bunch of white people, right? It was a fun wedding. The music was good. The food was great.
Yeah.
But, you know, they was doing the two-step, doing the...
Yeah, they was stiff.
That's it, super stiff. And they hired this one dude, and he came out, man. He started dancing with all the grannies, kissing all the babies and shit. It was great, bro. It was great. But, again, they had to hire somebody like that. And I'm like, shit, my niggas got this.
Yeah,
this is who we are 24/7.
Straight up.
Right?
Straight up. Shit, maybe I should get into business doing that shit, man.
Bullshit, man.
Maybe.
Get paid to go party?
Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not? Shit, I'm already a vibe. Yo, when you sent me that video the other day. Yeah.
Doing the Urkel. That shit was so funny, bro. We were sitting right here.
Yeah.
It was Dom's parents are here. I think my mom was here, whatever. We was watching the wedding video, and the shit's like an hour and a half, right?
Oh, shit, yeah.
So we was watching it. And I'm like, what is going on out here? You got doing the Urkel, doing this thing and whatnot.
Yo,
Bro,
I took the handkerchief. I didn't really realize it until like a few like replays after. But I had the handkerchief and I had stuck it in between my belt.
Yo, we rewinded that spot and played it like 5 times over, and we're dying laughing, bro. I hadn't seen that until that day.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Actually, shit, this is the album right here. I don't know if you've ever seen it yet.
Oh, no, I never seen it. Actually, no, I did see the album last time.
Okay,
Yeah, I did actually look through it. I just haven't seen the video yet.
Got you.
I haven't seen the full video yet.
There's a short one that's like 3 minutes, and there's a long one that's like an hour and a half.
Word. Yeah.
It's definitely a good time, but maybe on the bus ride. I mean, the link is there. I can send you the link.
Yeah, send me the link. Send me the link. I like to watch. I mean, I got a fucking 4-hour trip ahead of me, so it's fine.
All right. What time is it, by the way? Just
Oh, 11:20. It's 11:20. Oh, we have to wrap this up soon.
Yeah, you might miss that
Yeah.
first one, to be honest with you.
You think so?
Facts.
Oh my God. All right. Well, fuck it. Well, this has been another great episode for no damn reason. I'm your host with the most, Stunna Man, the man. Jordan, thank you for popping up and allowing me to stay in your humble abode. Like I said, we in the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? We shot this in the Mecca, the Boogie Down Bronx. Yeah, it was a vibe. But until next time, man, it's for no damn reason.
Them not gonna feel violate if you accelerate. On a day, the more you infiltrate. Woman, them why you tear down them wall and them gates in the year. Well, woman, I want no good from a knock boat where you are. You fit tell that, fit tear off his suit. Them no want no do. And them fight in the mood and them no want no little boy with no girl attitude. Well, I know nothing for we either. You know the girl them pathway, man, a slide.